It's match day, guys. Yes, it's a Tuesday, but it's match day. We may have to get used to this if we qualify for the Champions League. Welcome, one and all, to Glasgow Rangers Nation with me, your host, Owen, the channel that brings you all the latest information on the most successful team in football, on the greatest team in football, with the greatest fans in football. All straight facts, guys. Glasgow Rangers FC, one of the biggest teams in world football. Rangers tonight face Olympiacos in their final home friendly game before the start of the new season. Also ahead of a trip to Germany on Saturday to take on TSG Hoffenheim. Not in Hoffenheim, though. It's in a village near there, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, Rangers tonight take on the 42, I think it is, times Greek champions at Ibrox. Now, obviously, question that we asked you in the opening and on the title of this video is, how would you start the game? And no, look, I'm not looking for with half a dozen pints, with a pie, with a burger, with a couple of whiskies. No, what I mean is, what team would you choose to start this game? Now, for me, personally speaking, I want to see Michael Beale go into these next two games against Hoffenheim and against Olympiacos tonight, fielding what he would say is our strongest team. We need to, I think, really start to get this strongest 11 gelled out. And I'm not saying play the team for 90 minutes, maybe a half against Olympiacos with the strongest team out, and then perhaps say 60 minutes, 70 minutes against Hoffenheim on Saturday to really get this first team gelled and ready to go for the game against Kilmarnock at Rugby Park on that hideously horrible plastic pitch. Now, by that, I know that realistically this could all change. Look, apparently Cifuentes is undergoing his medical as we speak. That is the current news coming out of the club. Apparently that medical is taking place in the States rather than in Glasgow. And also that Danilo will fly over this week as well for his medical ahead of the move being concluded apparently before the weekend. Danilo has reportedly said goodbye to his teammates in Rotterdam today and will not train with the team anymore. That is what has been reported by a number of Dutch media outlets this morning as well. So obviously I know this team could change if Sifu and Danilo are got over in time, that work permits go through, that registrations go through and everything goes through before the Kilmarnock game. I get that, 100% get that, and there could be changes made. But what I want to know is, how would you line up tonight? Now, personally speaking, this is just my own opinion here. And I'd love to know what your teams are. Drop me a comment below. Let me know how you would line up tonight. I don't want to see Searle. I don't want to see Matondo. I don't want to see John Lundstrom. I don't want to see Borna Barisic. Why not? Borna, I think he's past it. I think it's time he went. I think we need to move him on. He's defensively weak. He's not the best left back at the club. He's not even the second best left back at the club, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's Ridvan, Yefko, and then Borna Barisic in terms of left backs. Lundstrom has looked hideously off the pace, hideously out of his depth in the last two games. And I think that would look even the same tonight against Olympiacos, who are, I know they won't be in the Champions League this year, but are in all intents and purposes a Champions League team. They finished third in the Greek Super League last season. Also, like I said, I don't want to see Matondo. I think Matondo is useless. I think he's absolutely hopeless. I think it's time he was moved on. Searle's a squad player. That's what he is. He's a squad player. He can come off the bench, have an impact. He can play in some of those games, in the SPL where against St Johnstone, against Ross County, when we need to rest some of the better players for European games. So that's where I want to see him play. Now, what I want to see tonight is I want to see the best team go out there and start the game. I think Saturday we started with what looked more like a second string team, barring a few first team players that are out there, the likes of Butland and Raskin, for example. But I think tonight we need to see our strongest 11 out there from the start, and at least one half of our strongest 11. Now, I know as well this is clouded slightly by whether Connor Goldson will be fit for the start of the season. Obviously, Connor was back in training yesterday. The images coming out of Ockenhowie of him running and taking part to a limited degree were very encouraging indeed. But at this moment in time, I would personally pick this as our strongest team. Apologies for the hideous blue, guys. Couldn't find the right blue on my lineup thing. So I start with Butland in goal. I think that's one that picks itself. Jack Butland, I think, is going to be a fantastic keeper this season. The back four. Now, the back four does slightly worry me. Tav's defending has not looked the greatest again this season. Dujon Sterling isn't fit, so we're not going to see him. John Suter has to start at centre-half. John Suter, I think, is the best centre-half at the club. You look at him pre-season, he's been fabulous. His defence has been great. His tackling, his reading of the game has been superb. And also this new element that he seems to have introduced to his game where he steps out and he brings the ball out. It's been fabulous. I'd start Balogun over Davis. I just don't rate Davis. Sorry, I just do not think he's up to it. And I think that, the Balogun, although he's only meant to be here for cover, is a better option than Davis at this moment in time. Obviously, my hope would be that Connor is fit for the start of the season. We can start Connor and Suter in central defence. Ridvan has to play left back. He just provides for me so many options going forward. He's a good cross for the ball, but more importantly, he does two things that Borna Barisic doesn't do: tackle and cut out crosses. And that's for me why he needs to play. I then go in with a midfield three of Raskin at the base of the midfield, controlling everything and running the game, with Cantwell and Dowell in front of him. Give Cantwell and Dowell obviously a natural balance, left and right. Dowell is a left-footed player. Cantwell right-footed. It gives you natural balance. It gives Cantwell a chance to really go and create. It gives Dowell a chance to create. And also, I think you can see a nice little link up there. You could even turn that into a 4-1-3-2 formation in effective. Dowell and Cantwell go to the out wide, and Lammers drops back into an attacking midfield position. I think it provides nice fluidity. Again, I think, you look at this formation, and again, it's a formation that could actually even have, other connotations, other ways of playing. You could even make it into a 4-3-3 at one point, 4-2-3-1 if Dowell drops back. There's a number of different ways we can play and defend with this formation. Sam Lammers, who to me has looked very creative, very good, very technically very good. There's a fantastic video on Twitter of him dummying one of the Hamburg players and sending the cameraman the wrong way as well. I mean, that's how good his dummy was. I think he's got that creative element. I think he can really feed those front two in and create a lot of chances for the front two. And Michael Beale said he doesn't want his forwards always taking the ball with back to goal. He wants them, slotted in and given a chance to run through on goal. And I think having Lammers, Cantwell and Dowell there to create will do that. Now, on Saturday, I thought they looked good together. Roof when he was on and Dessers when he was on. I want to see Roof and Dessers given an opportunity. Look, Kamar, I know, has his injury problems. I get that. But he's a fantastic finisher, isn't he? He's a superb finisher. And if we can keep him fit, he'll score 25 goals this season, guarantee. Dessers as well, I want to see what he's got. Yes, I know that could all change if Danilo comes in. I get that. But tonight, I want to see Dessers and Roof up front. I want to see them really go at Olympiacos tonight and create chances, take chances. And I think with Lammers putting the ball through for them, Dowell, Cantwell, Ridvan crossing it in, Tav crossing it in, I think with Roof and Dessers up there, you give yourself the best opportunity to score goals. And again, you have two players who, yes, Dessers, I think he's more back to goal kind of guy, but Roof is the kind of guy you can slot in, you can put the ball in front of, and he will go and finish it for you. So that's how I want to see us line up. And like I said, no Matondo, no Sakala. I don't want to see them from the start. Yes, by all means, bring them on in the second half with half an hour to go when the team's tiring, to get them running at them with pace, fine. But I want to see what I would perceive at the moment the strongest line. Yes, I know Seema could even come in there. You could play Seema in place of Roof, maybe, if you really wanted to. But I want to see a real attacking lineup tonight and really go out and have a go at Olympiacos. Well, guys, it's obviously pre-match. It's looking forward to the game tonight. Guys, let me know where you're watching it from. If you're at the game, let me know. If you're at the game, guys, what I'd love you to do is if you get any pictures from the game tonight, or you've got any stories from the game tonight, then drop me an email. Email me the pictures, email me some content about the game tonight. It'd be fantastic. I'd love to have your pictures and your stories on one of our videos tomorrow. The email address is coming up on the bottom of the screen very shortly. There it is. Email glasgowrangersnation@gmail.com. That's glasgowrangersnation@gmail.com. I'd love to see some of your photos, your videos, anything from tonight. I'd love to use them on the podcast, on the videos tomorrow. So please, obviously, get in touch with us or send them on Twitter @GRN1872. Well, guys, let me know in the comments below how you'd like to see us line up tonight and your hopes for the game tonight. I'm going for a 3-1 victory for Rangers tonight. That's my prediction. Let me know your predictions too in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And as always, please hit that sub, ring that notification bell, help the channel to keep on growing, as your support has been phenomenal so far. And remember, I always need you to do two things for me. Hit the like, and remember, we are the people.